Call this meeting to order. We do roll call. We don't have, no, well, you're gonna have to. Phil, you here?
Let's go around. Phil Phillips here.
John Holback here.
Ron Schultz here.
Dan Wendell here.
Dan.
Are you here?
Call your name. Dan Wendell here. There you go.
Erica Picard here. That's Schaller here. Shelby Brennan here.
Ron Walker here. Bill Westwood here. Mark Sanders here.
Erica
I thought it was only the direct.
Lois P&L here.
Matthew McConaughey, I'm sorry, Matthew David here.
Andrew Salzman here.
Sandy Faulkner here. Thank you. We will stand to the pledge.
Can you pause one moment? Should we recognize who's here from the public for the minutes? Or you have it written down somewhere?
Sign it.
Did everybody sign in?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Approval of the minutes from October 15th. We have a motion.
Motion to approve minutes from October 15th.
Second.
Any discussion, any additions?
I was not present at the meeting. Mark is present and Marie here in Mount Fed.
Here. Any other corrections? Any other corrections? Accept the minute as corrected. All in favor? Aye.
Miss Sandy, somebody gonna take, are we taking minutes?
We have it,
Recorded.
Oh, okay.
that's why everybody needs to make sure they speak up.
Introduction announcements from the chairman. I just would like to say how much I've enjoyed my 8 years of being here. This is my last meeting, but I'm looking forward to seeing all the things you're gonna do in the future. Lots of things in the horizon, new buildings and all the expansions. I'm not moving from Palm Harbor, so I'll be checking out and coming by, but I want to thank everybody for letting me sit here for the last 8 years and get to know all of you and all your exciting activities. And do we have anyone in the audience that would like to speak?
With that, has your replacement been announced or?
Yes, help me.
Yes, I'm sorry, it was ratified, at the Board of County Commissioner meeting yesterday. It will be Jared Long.
Very well.
Too late now, but it would have been nice to have had it here tonight, your last meeting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Coming to the next one.
Okay.
Hopefully, we'll remind them, well, somebody will remind them. In the audience, and BJ's here, and I usually, Marie, everybody we usually see, anyone have sign up to speak tonight? No. No public comment. Okay, then we'll go into the agency rules and procedures. I don't know, this kind of goes to again, I guess I put it here, meeting workshop requiring staff attendance came up at our workshop. Would somebody on the board like to?
Yeah, we had discussed at the workshop, especially in the review process, if we could have if Beth, if you could attend that workshop once a year for us. Just to really be able to apply some context and things like that. During that's our request is to have Beth attend that. To the directors.
Sounds good.
So next year, will you remind us? Because I'm.
We will.
Oh, it is in the 187 book.
Yes, it's in the book. Okay,
Actually, we have to update the 187 page.
yes, we do have an update. Bill's not with us today to present the update he put together. We'd like to take that to the next meeting with these here.
Yeah, let's table that till the next meeting. I don't know if he got with me on my notes on that. But
I don't know.
Yeah.
He sent it to me, but he was gonna explain it. He couldn't be here tonight, so. Yeah. We're gonna give, let's table that to the next meeting. It had to do with next next year's schedule.
Yeah, but and also one of the other things, and if you guys can expound upon it. I tried to explain to our directors and our HR department this afternoon, because I was at the library for another meeting, that we would like to have some backup for the meetings provided for each of the board members, like an agenda and then any pertinent information. And I was trying to explain what that was. And I didn't mean to say that we need the entire packet given to us, and then I was made fun of that I'm not, savvy enough to pull it up on my phone.
Untrue. I just said, we're back in the nineties.
No,
You gotta quote me right for the minutes.
Follow me on the end of the fall.
That never came out of me.
Okay. But I want to make sure that we plan for that, and that has to come from the directors to HR to explain, because there's no reason for myself or any of our other board members to have to print the things that we're supposed to be reviewing that night. We get them electronically so we can review them, but some of us are busy, can't get back to the office to grab stuff. We show up to the meeting, we don't have it. It should be provided for us, and it wouldn't be that much. So that was one of the things we talked about at our meeting.
Right, we did.
Can I make a suggestion?
Maybe.
Why doesn't the host facility just print 8 agendas and 8, like if you're just talking about, for instance, tonight on my new business, I have 2 quotes in the packet. So you would say that is the other business you would need printed.
Correct.
Yeah.
I think,
Because if we go with HR, then they got to get it to wherever the meeting is. This way, if, sorry, Lois, next month, if there's something on the agenda, I mean, that's the,
well, that was the meaning behind it, that we would bring it to our directors, because you're the ones that would direct HR. And if you want to do it, then that's great.
well, this would be a function of Shelby more than HR, honestly.
Agreed. Again, you would have to direct. It'd be,
I'm sorry, can you just clarify what you want, the agenda and
Whatever exhibits.
any of it, not the entire package?
no,
Okay.
we don't need your report. We don't
Okay.
need your financials. We don't need any of that.
Just a backup document.
Right.
It's for instance, at the meeting that we had, seminar, our little review period, which was open to the public and anybody could attend. I'll say that again. That we neglected to think through. It would have been nice to have had a packet for each one of us there to review, to have job descriptions, to have, I guess it was assumed we would all print it, bring it with us so we could review. Well, we didn't do that. So it would have been nice to have had that. So in the future, that's what we'll plan for. It'd have been nice to have HR at that meeting because it was kind of an HR meeting, so it would have been good. So
Well, she's here now.
you're right. And she'll be at the next meeting because you all are gonna invite her,
Next what meeting? Workshop?
our next workshop.
Look, you.
Well, review workshop. Or whichever one we ask them to invite her. Correct. That's it.
That's kind of what went on. That's kind of a little backup of things that we want in the procedures, and the clarifications that as a board, we decided at the meeting. Okay, anything else? Then we can move to the treasurer's report.
Everybody is spending their money wisely, thankfully, that I've looked at. Any word on, there was some discussion from the directors on possibly changing their bank, and I wanted to give them the opportunity to see if you guys had a chance to discuss it. Nope. Okay, so we'll table that for right now. I did get the audit letter in. That'll need to be signed today, but I'll bring that up underneath new business at the back end during the audit committee. That's my report.
We have a motion to accept the treasurer's report.
Motion to accept treasury report as stated. Second.
I'm trying to take notes. We'll know if they'll catch them now.
Hopefully.
All in favor of accepting the treasurer's report, say aye.
Aye.
We're gonna move to East Lake Parks and Rec. We have a motion to accept their monthly financials for October.
Yes, you do.
Second,
Second.
any discussion? Any discussion? Who's seconded that? All right, I reckon that. In the discussion, so all in favor of accepting the monthly financial reports at East Lake Parks and Rec, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? We have a motion to accept the director's report.
I'll make a motion. We accept his director's report.
Second, John Holback for the minutes.
Okay, Mark.
Thank you.
Just a couple highlights. We have, a soccer Thanksgiving camp set for next week. Baseball fall season is ending soon, but all of our teams, in, fall league either finished first or second in the district, so they did a great job. Our plans continue with the deck direction collaboration with East Lake Community Library. I included that in your packet, one of the posters. It's Saturday, December 13th. Hopefully you all got an invitation and an email from me. I also sent invitations to the county commissioners and heard back from two of them. Commissioner Scott can't make it, but Commissioner Eggers is at a parade earlier, but he's gonna try to make it later, so hopefully that'll happen, and hopefully I'll hear from some of the other commissioners as well. We've been blasting this out on all our sports emails, and I think we sent it out to like 43. So I have yard signs made up that will place strategically around the community. Hopefully they'll stay up for more than a day or somebody rips them down. We do have flyers that will be included in a packet with some giveaways. There will be some posters as they come in, of kind of our future, of what our vision is for East Lake Recreation and the East Lake side of the lake, along with the community library. So that's the big thing. Some players are gonna be there, professional players, as you see from like, based on women's team, which is a fairly new women's team. They won the league last year. The Buccaneers have their cheerleaders in a photo booth with them, and they'll have some players there as well. Lots just fun games and things. Some members of the Rowdies will be there. Special guest is gonna be the Grinch, and he's gonna be joking around with people, and it's gonna be a lot of fun, I think. Well, we have some additional, we have 4 golf carts that will be shuttling people back and forth if they have to park too far away. Parking's gonna be a mess. So anyway, that's the big things going on. The other thing, we just replaced some sod at the end of our practice field. And just got that done, so not exactly the best time of the year to do it, but do it when you can. So, that's about it. Any questions for me?
All in favor of accepting Mark's director's report, say aye. Opposed? Any old and new business, Mark?
No, not at this time.
Okay. We move on to Palm Harbor Parks and Rec, and we get a motion to accept the monthly financial.
So I move to accept the monthly financials.
No, second. Did.
Any questions?
Out of that.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Do we have a motion?
I move to accept the director's report. Bill Phillips. For the minutes. To be reported.
I'll second it.
Okay. Erica, tell us about your.
The only thing I'm gonna add that wasn't really in my director's report that I can think of right now is when we installed the new lighting at Sunderman and at Putnam through Musco Lighting, part of their warranty is when you get to 5,000 hours on the lamps, they relamp the lights one time at no cost. So they're coming, Putnam has reached that. Sunderman's a little bit behind, but so we'll get all brand new lamps at Putnam next week. So that doesn't sound like a big deal, but when we used to have to replace lights every year, it was way back when. So these have been in, I think, since 2012. So that many years ago, it was $5,000 to $6,000 to relamp just a burnt out one. So the fact that they're covered for 5,000 hours, so it took us about 13 years to get here. I'll be gone. Relamped, so it'll be the next director's issue. So, but I thought that was pretty exciting news. And they're pouring concrete tomorrow at Sunderman. So.
Questions from Report. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. Okay, no old business, correct?
Correct.
But you do have new business. Anything?
I move to accept Erica's proposal to spend $12,247 on painting at the center.
Second.
Questions for Erica regarding painting? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes.
I move to approve the purchase of the new, what is it, ABI
ABI.
turf planer thingamajig,
It's not a turf player thing, but yeah, it's a
turf
turf
spreading
tool.
tool for
Yes.
$40,044, not to exceed $40,044.
I'll second it.
Okay, any questions?
What does it do?
Turf.
Well, I'm not as versed in the piece of equipment, but back in the day when I started, we had Toro sand pros, and that's what dressed the clay. This is a piece of equipment that we invested in, the original piece that we're replacing in 2000 and what? Been 9 years ago, 8 years ago? It's been a minute. And what it not only will dress the clay, but it's got laser leveling capability. It's got a spreader that we can put on the back where we can actually spread chemicals with top dress. It's not big enough for top dressing, but we can do field by field. It's primarily used on the baseball fields, correct, Stephen?
Yeah.
Yeah. We have 8 fields that we work with on it, and it gets used minimum 5 days a week. Some we have tournaments, it's 7 days a week.
And be assured it was explained in detail to the advisory board because we wanted to know what it did too, so.
And an ABI is a proprietary piece of equipment. It's not something that you can buy from Joe Smith. You have to get it from an ABI dealer, and this is the closest dealer in our area.
Unless his name was Joe Smith.
Unless his name's Joe Smith, they're not wrong there, Mark. So,
Any other questions?
Mark, do you have one too, or?
he doesn't do his own fields. Little League does, correct?
Pretty much, or they hire
Yeah.
Mike to do it.
We drag the baseball fields every day. Staff does, the 3 that I had. So. That's where he doesn't have that.
He did have a, and,
Yeah, I think everybody had some info back in the day.
Any further questions? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you. Alrighty. Move to the East Lake Library. Do we have a motion to accept the financials for the East Lake Library?
Motion to accept these like financials. I'll second it.
Any questions? All in favor of accepting the East Lake Library financials, say aye. Opposed? Okay, do we have a motion to accept the director's report?
Sure. I'll second it too.
Yeah. Okay. Go ahead, Lindsay.
The biggest thing this past month was all of the major personnel changes. Some very key members of the staff, including the head of collection development, and services, as well as our teen librarian, who got a wonderful opportunity to become the teen librarian at Boston Public Library. So they all left for good reasons. So very, very proud. But I have to say, because of the succession plan we have in place, because of the cross training that we always do, the flexibility of people moving between departments, we have been able to make the transition smoothly and promote from within with little disruption to services or programs. So I'm very happy about that. Of course, the other thing is the Deck the Rec. We've been working with East Lake Recreation. We have a wonderful collaboration of local organizations that are involved, as well as the 2 entities. We have Darby Bryant from Pinellas County will be there for Safe Pinellas giveaways. We have the robotics team from East Lake Library and Rotary Club coming. So it's going to be quite an event, and hopefully we get the word out. We have it on our social media, in our newsletter, the community newsletter, and on our website as well. So, we're doing everything we can to promote it. So hopefully it's a good turnout, because we're working hard to make it a success. And if the first one's not a success, then, you can't count on people coming back for a second year. But those those are the main things. And then, of course, the devastating news will be covered under new business. We have distributed the winter newsletters. We just got them yesterday. So, kudos to my staff, especially Anne Marie and Nicole Farrell, who worked diligently on the newsletters. And I love them because they're community newsletters. They're not just the library newsletter. And we got a surprise yesterday. We got a letter and a decal for our library. We got an award from Next Door, Eastlake, and we are a neighborhood favorite for 2025. We have that on our Facebook page as of today too. So we have things to be happy about, other things in themselves.
Okay. Any questions for Lois? All in favor of accepting, the Eastlake Library Director's report, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. Any old business for Lois? No.
Nope.
Okay, new business.
Okay, 2 weeks ago, we received out of the blue an email from the U.S. Department of State Office of Acceptance Facility Oversight. Basically, what it stated was that there were no changes in the law, but simply reinvestigating the eligibility of acceptance facilities that are nonprofits. Now, what makes us unique is because we are in unincorporated Pinellas County. We are a 501c3. The status that they are using, the benchmark that they are using is that the passport agents need to be government employees. Now, we are a county building on county property, but we are not county employees. Unlike other municipal libraries, because they are part of a city government, they are city employees, municipal employees, they are considered government employees. So therefore, most other libraries, whether they're part of a county system or a municipal library like Dunedin and Gulfport, which are the other 2 passport facilities in Pinellas County, at this point, the way it's being interpreted is that they are exempt from this new interpretation. This is out of the blue, devastating for us. We have been nothing but successful. We have A+ marks from the Department of State after an audit in 2022, and there is no rhyme or reason for this change. Therefore, okay, I have solicited some assistance from Gus Bilirakis' office. I have reached out. The reason I reached out to Gus Bilirakis because he was initially involved with the ribbon cutting when we opened it up. I reached out to the county, but really their hands are tied. This is a federal matter. And we have, with the help of my advisory board members, found several possible options, loopholes in this interpretation. One of them is the one I included in the packet is the U.S. House Resolution 5009, which indicates that other public institutions that provide services to the community and have notaries on their staff can have the Notaries Act as passport acceptance agents. We have 4 of our passport agents are notaries, and the other 5 can get their notary licenses simply enough. So I completed the attestation form that was required, sent it back, and because of the way the initial letter email was worded, okay, they could cut us off at any time. So because of that, we took what we thought was a good proactive step and say, we are not terminating, suspending passport services as of December 1st. The reason for that being is if, they turn around and say on December 1st, you have to cease and desist doing passport appointments. We've already set up appointments a month ahead. These are people that are counting on us to provide the necessary documentation and the necessary processing. They have travel plans. I am not going to turn around and say, sorry, we can't take care of you. You'll have to go elsewhere. And by now it's the 11th hour. So we took the proactive step of suspending services as of December 1st until this is resolved. Now, right now, we're in limbo. The other libraries that sent in their attestation forms also are kind of in limbo because the answer they got back is, thank you very much for sending the form, but, you know, we'll let you know. It's very, very vague. There's no rhyme or reason, as I said before. So, if you look at the packet, I returned the attestation form, but, okay, I wrote a letter explaining our unique status. We are a special taxing district. We are unique in so many ways. When we called the passport agency down in Miami, which is the one for Florida, we were the only ones that were suspending services. Okay, nobody else, everybody else is waiting to hear back, but they are in a much better situation because of that status as governmental employees. So, like I said, I reached out to Congressman Bilirakis's office because number one, he had been at the ribbon cutting. He is in my district. So I live in Pasco, and I pointed that out, that I also, went to him because of his relationship already with East Lake Library from his prior legislative area. He is starting a congressional inquiry. Okay, I have sent him the packet. I've spoken with the people in his office. So hopefully something will come of that. Okay. I have reached out to Congresswoman Luna's office and have heard nothing. Okay, I realize it's only been a few days, but for us, time is of the essence with this, the way this is happening. We don't know what's going to come down and when. I'm asking the FICSA board as the governing board, if you, even as individuals, as representatives on the FICSA board, to reach out to Congresswoman Luna. I have nowhere else to go at this point, okay, unless I go to Secretary of State Marco Rubio, but I don't know if, I think he's a little busy. He may not be able to respond, but I really feel that we have to make an effort. I have put both Congresswoman Luna and Congressman Bilirakis' names on our website, on our social media. We have to make them aware of the community response to this. We are providing a vital service. Yes, it brings money in, of course. I mean, that's why we started it, because we lost the overdue fines back in 2021. But to cut us off for no apparent reason other than our status as non-governmental employees makes no sense. In the middle of a fiscal year where our budget is already done and we are losing $40,000 of net income that goes directly back into our operational budget. So I'm open to the questions or feedback or any suggestions that you have. I think I've run out of options as far as myself, but again, I don't know what else to do. I don't want to go down without a fight.
I will reach out to her team.
I appreciate it. I tried to forward this packet to her office, but it bounced back because evidently I wasn't,
I sent a picture and just screenshot. and
Right.
Sent it over. So
Thank you. I appreciate
trying
it.
to work on something there.
Mhm. Yes.
Lois, the closest passport agency to the East Lake area is where?
There is the county clerk's office on US 19 in Clearwater. But remember too, and there's of course the post offices, several post offices, but they have limited hours. They're Monday to Friday, 9 to 4:30. That's the one beauty of the libraries, because we can offer more flexible hours. We can offer evenings, we can offer weekends. If you don't go to the county clerk's office or you don't go to Oldsmar Post Office, which has very limited hours, you can go to Dunedin Library. You make the appointment there. So Dunedin would be the closest. They're mid-county. And then, of course, you've got Gulfport, which is south.
And then Southwest Pasco is there in office.
That would probably
We have a lot
be, I would think at the government center on Little Road. Okay, but the problem is this, okay? We have a reputation. It's one of those intangibles, okay? It's like going to the DMV or coming to us kind of thing, okay? We have gotten people who come from as far away as Orlando, Tampa, Spring Hill, Hudson. because of our customer service model. And I think that's the difference. Okay, we work with people, they come with a picture a passport photo that's no good. We take one for them for free because we don't want to send it in and have it rejected. So there's the intangibles that, unfortunately, this Brett from the U.S. Department of State doesn't see. Okay? And we have passport fairs. We had hundreds of people come, okay, for our passport fairs because of the fact that we have all hands on deck, okay, and we meet their needs and we're flexible and we're understanding and we're compassionate. And if they don't have the check, we don't make them go back home. We send them over to Publix to get a money order. Okay, it's not, it's not that, black and white situation.
The other point I want to make to the Fix It board is that this is a Fix It wide agency ID nonprofit. So if we're making an appeal to the feds, we're making an appeal for all 4 entities. So in the future, if Palm Harbor Library
Exactly.
or the Palm Harbor Parks and Rec building wants to have a notary that can do a passport, satellite office, something like that, this would be useful for us to get this waiver from the federal. So I don't know if it makes sense for the Fix It board to put something together to send to Representative Oil, since she covers this service area. And I'd be willing to draft something behalf of the board for approval at the next meeting. Or if perhaps we can do a virtual approval, I don't know the legal ramifications of it.
Okay, so from a timing perspective, the board would approve Dan to handle it, then I think the authorized to set it out.
I move that Dan move forward with putting a professional letter to Representative Luna, representing the Fix It board as a whole in response to the issue of the passport.
Second.
Any discussion?
I'll put together the email and I'll send it as a draft to everybody. I suppose if there's an issue, someone can.
Yeah, I would have, someone, reach out to Lois if there's an issue. Do not comment. So if you don't hear anything within the next period of time, then I think you have the authority to go ahead and set it out.
Okay, so I'll have something ready to be reviewed by tomorrow or Friday, I'll say Friday. And the intention would be to send it out on Monday.
Thank you all.
Good idea.
All in
Great.
favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Good luck.
Thank you. And I appreciate your support on this.
And we'll move now to the Palm Harbor Library. Do we have a motion to accept the financials for Palm Harbor Library?
Motion to accept financials for Palm Harbor Library.
Second.
Any questions? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Carried. Opposed? Motion to accept the director's report.
Motion to accept the director's report of Palm Harbor Library.
I'll second it.
Okay, any? Nothing before we go to discussion.
All right, I'll ask Kathy Watts to talk about a stained glass piece that we have
Yes.
in our library. This is kind of a fun story.
Yeah, we had a patron come into the library and donate a piece of art. It was given to me just without anything. So it was beautiful and we put it as part of our fundraiser and someone bought it. And then she came back in and asked where it was. And I was like, oh, well, we sold it. So she decided instead to commission, to make a piece for us that was specific to the Palm Harbor Library. And she just delivered it to us about a month ago. And now it's in our community room, and it has a flamingo and a violin and a 20-sided die. So it is really a part of the library, and it was beautiful. And because of it too, she is going to be part of our full evening. So her name is Susan Brown.
It was really sweet. It was really sweet. And that's a picture of it in the director's report you all got. Also in October, we do this pretty much every year. It's a nice way for families to do something fun at the library, but also saves them money, which is a costume swap. A lot of the costumes that we've had have been donated. And so they can either pay a small fee, like $5, or they can bring in their own costume to swap with what we have on the racks there. And it's just really enjoyable.
Yeah, we saw, the little ones that came through for trunk or treat. It was like, I got this at the library and it was this little dinosaur. It was
We do still have an opening for a part-time library assistant, circulation. That's an entry-level position, but with great, customer service and meaningful work. So if you know anybody who needs a part-time job, please send them our way. The front entrance, we're all here tonight because, what we thought would take one day, is gonna be taking 4 days, because when they took the doors and the facade off, there were no studs or anything that actually hold. I don't know how the old door was up there before. I'm talking about, what was it up there, 20 plus years or something like that. So, but the team working on it, the county representative, the contractor, and the actual vendors themselves have been very, very good during the process, very communicative, solving all the problems they're supposed to. And they are having to cut into the wall in order to build out, studs in a frame and everything that's required. So it should actually be done by tomorrow.
Actually, I literally just got an email, so.
It is, it's in
It's
place
in
now.
place, but no power.
And locked, yeah, it's just not it's not turned on at this point. They have to go in and finish doing the wiring, but that will, a little less than a year, I think, in the process. But we're very happy that the county was able to do that and saved us, minimum 20,000 or something like that, so.
Plus your electric bill.
But, yeah, well, that was a fun summer having those doors open, but
So is
But-
everybody allowed in or how's that working?
Oh,
yes.
they're going through the community.
Yeah.
room.
That's why
why
we're
we
here.
didn't do fix that.
yes,
They're going-
and which was fine for Monday, but then we couldn't really have people walking in and out and closing the library while the meeting was going on in the community room. So my apologies for the change, but yeah, it should be good to go now. And let's see. Our annual call to artists is open, and the deadline is December 5th. So if you know any local artists, we have 2 exhibition spaces. We rotate art in those 2 spaces monthly throughout the year. Myself, Phil, and Erica are all involved in the Main Street Association, and they're hosting that craft festival, but it's been a while since they've hosted it, right? And so that's coming up this weekend. So please check that out. And then Artful Evening, if you know any, tickets are going to go on sale on December 2nd, which is Giving Tuesday. And the deadline for sponsors is December 5th. If you know of any businesses or individuals who might want to advertise in some way, please send them our way. And we will, that's not just seen by the couple of hundred people who come on Artful Evening, which is on the 23rd of January, but it's also seen on our social media and e-blast newsletter, and that's in the thousands of people. So good exposure for our local business. And we talked last time about, is DJ still here? Yeah, we talked last time about the special day where we did some training and had some of that free, architectural consultation happening in October. So I won't relive that, except for to say that I've been continuing to try and use the information that I got from those sessions as I work on sort of future plans for the library. And I want to just say thank you to BJ, because I don't think I did last time, because he was in on a lot of those meetings and was able to help me sort of contextualize things in terms of what it means for county projects and deadlines, and what the different departments might want to see as we look at different plans. So thanks, BJ. I appreciate that. And that's it from me. I did start putting a SMART goal activity for the current year on the final page. If anybody has any questions on any of those things, please let me know now or in between. Happy to answer any questions if something doesn't make sense there. And I think that's it for me.
Any questions? Matthew? All in favor of accepting the director's report, say aye. Opposed? Okay. We have old business, Dr. Strickland had sent me, and I forwarded to all of you, but since I took over the last one, I did get another email.
Today, wasn't it?
Well, it's like I got one, I didn't see it till I got here, to be honest. But he did say he was not going to come here tonight in the email, so I don't think anything else we need to talk about, just let me know. And from now on, the emails keep coming, I guess.
One, I don't know if my email was forwarded, but, about whether or not he can come to the board meeting. That was okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
so it
It's
is,
been repeatedly told it can come.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Is he causing you angst at the library?
No.
he doesn't come.
So the only communication is the emails?
That's the only communication.
No other phone calls or anything else?
As
he,
of now, right?
yeah, he's not permitted to call or email or write letters to us because of the cease and desist that was put in.
Yeah,
earlier
there
in
has
the year.
been.
But it just won't get the circulation
Yeah,
accordingly.
yeah, so he was, I did send him an email, found him. He was able to come to the meeting, there was no problem with that.
We moved it just for him.
What TX do we, I mean, I get him because I get his emails because for whatever reason I'm on them. What is he wanting? I mean, does he want, obviously he wants to be dropped, but do we have, Andy, do we have the authority to ask Matthew to do that?
No.
No, that was my question.
Can you ask him? Certainly. Can you direct him?
No, okay, that's what I wanted. So I guess him coming before this board is moot.
He can have his 3 minutes unless you all decide something else. That's what we would.
Minute and a
half. Minute and a half.
Well, I mean, we got enough of his emails. I mean, we think
I
we
mean,
got
this isn't
down.
the, you know, this is not the first person that's been trespassed from one of the
Exactly.
facilities.
But to be clear, what we said was that he can come and talk to us just like anybody.
Right, exactly.
But what he's concerned with is none of us.
Is none of our
decision.
concern,
And,
right.
and we all said that you handled it correctly. So
Absolutely.
there's been nothing wrong with it.
Absolutely.
Andy, thank you. It's
Yeah,
fine.
no, but it's been.
So just go on,
Yeah.
go on.
All right.
That works. I was just curious.
Yeah.
That's all.
Any new business now here? No. Okay. Thanks. We are the liaison report, update on. Oh,
If I may, before we go on,
sure.
I've got a really close contact for Anna Luna. And I've already texted him. So if you get with me before the end of the meeting or right at the end, he's trying to get me some answers right now. For even where you could maybe direct a letter directly to her.
Awesome.
He talked to her and her husband almost every day.
We thought you were a recreation guy. Look at you saying.
Mr. Foley's made perfect connection.
Go get him, Bill. What do we do every day?
Manage people, man.
No government stuff, right?
The government stuff.
Thank you.
It's not what you know, it's.
Right. Who you know. Right?
Okay,
Every day, all.
I'll be available for the next dick reckoning anytime.
It's not.
You just recorded that.
It's no people in high places. Thank you.
Okay, thank you for that. That's good.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Okay, Ron, your liaison report, please.
I mailed it, it's in the paper, it is what it is, but I'd be glad to answer any questions.
Any questions? Anyone?
Any questions?
I have one question. Ron, can you speak to, and this might be something new business, but can you speak to your perception of the director review process that you saw from your perspective? Because I only have mine siloed at least like.
I was surprised when we went into the workshop that we really didn't have a roadmap. I didn't know, I didn't expect it to be needed, but apparently it was because it took a while for us to get focused and start moving in the right direction. That is the stab that Bill Zurich is trying to take to make that more clear. And so, again, I think this is another year of evaluation. I thought last year was very good compared to before that. And so I think, again, the board's moving in the right direction. A little more practice, a little more clarity in the schedule. And that was part of what the big discussion was about. When is it absolutely finally due? And I think the new answer is this is the meeting that everything should be settled ordinarily.
Unless, and I think there's an unless in there, and the unless is the board talks tonight about the unified evaluations and can't come to an agreement in the settlement, and it might have to sit for another month, but I wouldn't recommend that. I think it ought to be finished the November meeting going forward. And I think that's what Bill Missouri is offering, but it'll, when we talk about that in the future, it'll come up and do that. But that's what I think. Again, I think good progress. We asked for more help, more information from other people. We got that, and I think it was helpful. So again, I think it was a good year for that. We just have to have confidence in it and move forward.
Just to note on that, in the policy and procedure, 5.9, it says fix a performance review November board meeting.
This is true, but for some reason, at that discussion the other day, there was talk that there's no release next month. We just need clarity on that. I thought it was something.
But it says in your big book. There you go. Big book. I'll add it in there.
And we found out that Bill's supposed to be keeping the big book for me. It's not in there, so it needs to get one for the journal. Whatever, but anyhow, I just think, again, moving in the right direction. Oh, and another thing that needs to be clarified. I think the board needs better copies of the goals of the directors. I didn't feel like that was just readily available, so that if I asked what goals did Lois choose, it would take somebody several days to find it. It would be a lot easier if you just had it all in one place for each.
I think they have put them in their board reports at the end.
Yes,
Yep, they were all year long.
Every month.
Mhm.
They were all there.
Yeah, the goals were in there. all year long.
yes, at the end of every,
If everybody else found them in there, that's good, but I didn't get the message. I didn't get the feeling that that was the case.
Did you guys see the goals in the director's report? Okay.
There was no question that you all
It was in the
report your
review
success
side.
and your achievements. And in fact, even yours was used in your review, the actual report. So we recognized that. It was I think it was more just the goals in general, like next year's goals and, where were they? Are they, here are Erica, here's everybody's goals for next year. Boom, 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 for us to look at.
Consolidated. Yeah, I don't mind in myself either.
Yeah, and they were in different places. That's the. They were in different
Right,
places.
absolutely. And that was the confusing part. Is that
November.
goals are in every director report at the end for the current. But for the review for your 2026 goals, everybody had them in a different spot.
No, we
That was-
were all sent the same 360 form to use. To put the goals.
A question, like your director's report for this one, I'm just looking through and where is it?
It would be at the end, but you're not gonna find any because I haven't gotten them.
they don't have.
Just waiting on
yet.
Yeah, you guys haven't given
Oh,
us.
you're
yours.
saying previous month.
Yes,
Yeah, all
Yeah.
previous months in the room.
I can't put them in. because I
Yeah,
don't know
yeah,
if you
yeah,
guys
yeah.
decided
We're in the
that.
next, yeah.
Yeah.
Not looking for you.
Let me, I'm confused here. So I included goals for next year in my report this month.
I think we saw that, yeah. We saw
So-
all of your goals.
Now, were you guys supposed to come up with goals for us, not us?
That was the advisory council. which I
We're supposed to approve their goals, but it's more like a collaboration, I
Well,
think.
Collaboration with our advisory board, correct?
Well,
that's what I
we
did.
approve them though, so.
Right. That's why I gave you 6 of them.
So can we wait? We're gonna get to that, but let's get through the rest.
That's my case.
Well, anything
The rest of my
else?
case are 28.
Anything
I'm
else?
done. That. I want to talk on the next line though.
Okay. All in favor of accepting liaison report?
I.
I don't think we even made a motion. I don't think we do that.
Okay, agency items, full business. Now, we talked about this a couple months ago. I don't know where we've gotten on a liaison employment contract for board services. So that we push it forward a couple. times. Do you want to elaborate on it? About the new contract? Or extending the contract?
I have a copy of it.
Are we saying that we like it or don't like it, or what are we?
Well, we had put it, we will evaluate it and bring it back to the
This?
meeting and see if we want to.
And
And we haven't gone.
That's
Put it
right.
in.
And so for like 4 months, this started with one basic question. I thought I should go to director meetings. My contract says that. The directors disagree with that. I asked the board to make a decision. Yes or no. Well, we're still waiting, so that's,
you did decide, because you weren't at the meeting today. We had a director's meeting today and you didn't come, so.
that's not a director's meeting, that's a BJ. meeting. That's that.
But who we had this conversation.
All right, wait a minute. And Eric is correct. I thought we discussed and decided that you would go to the meeting with BJ, because that's the director's meeting. The other meeting, when they're meeting with staff and everything else, that's a staff meeting. That's a different meeting than the director's.
When you say staff meeting, what?
When they're meeting with, their reports and everything else like that, when they're meeting with Shelby and Beth
And Blake.
that's a staff meeting. It's not a director's meeting.
It still seems reasonable to me that it would be nice if we got some feedback from what our supposed administrative assistant does.
Well, I think she is the administrative assistant, not supposed it, but okay,
Or fix it for the board.
okay.
And we don't hear from her. We don't know what she does. We're not allowed to talk to her.
Nobody's ever said that.
Nobody's ever said that.
They said you have to ask the director for permission. But anyway, the point is this.
We did submit a quarterly report with the highlights from the three,
employees.
the three fixed employees, with highlights of what.
And we thought that's what you guys agree that you'd like to see. Because we had them do a quarterly report, right, Beth, Sean?
So if you read that, you do have a good sense of what some of the core functions are.
But on 9/8 on your report, you had a half-hour call with Shelby. So what you're saying is you violated the rule by calling her directly, which you didn't, by the way, you didn't. But you had a half-hour call, so you're saying that you can't call her, but yet you did. I'm confused now.
But we also had at a workshop, somebody said they had asked Beth to come. I don't remember who it was.
No,
Nobody else.
no, actually, we did. I don't think anybody in the workshop said we asked that to come. We should have.
We thought it'd be great.
We should have, that we would have, and that was the conversation that we had with the directors early. Please, on those types of workshops, we will make it known for Beth
I
to be
didn't
there.
know that
Yeah.
That had come up.
I guess I feel like now I'll use Mark's one. I'm confused. I thought we hashed this out months ago and I thought we had said that, moving forward. Words have never come out of my mouth. I'm not gonna speak for the other three directors that you guys can't talk to Shelby or you guys can't talk to Blake. That's not what we said. We just asked you to, if you needed a task done, to let us know because we may have them on something that's really a hot burner item that we have got to have done by Friday. And now John comes in and says, Beth, I need you to do blah, 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 blah. And then it puts her in a weird position because, and I only see, because I can't see Shelby, so sorry, you're across from me. But what job does she do first? And I don't think that's fair to put our employees in that situation. Any more than I would think, John, if you came in and took Cindy and said, hey, I need you out here right now and do this, and you have no idea Cindy's inputting 50 summer camps into the software. And so now Cindy's like, well, he's a board member, what do I do? I don't want to put her in that position any more than I want to put Shelby, Blake, or Beth. And I think that's what the temperature of the conversation was with the directors. Maybe, guys, if I'm speaking out of the wrong side of my mouth again, let me know, but.
You're speaking out of the correct side of your mouth.
Thank you, Ron.
You understand exactly.
Ever been spoken from you to me.
The simple common sense thing. The FICSA board members have no reason to talk to any of your employees or ask them to do anything. as we don't have any reason to ask our administrative or our HR director to do anything for us. If we feel it's necessary, we need something, it should go to the chairman. I thought this was clear. The chairman then would ask the directors to let those people know. If we have a problem with an employee that we see doing something wrong, it is our obligation to go to our chairman, who then would come to the director. We don't call the director, right? I mean, as an advisory board member, I would do that with Erica, but that's why we
I
got a
don't
chairman.
think any one of us would mind it.
Well, I think
Erica went on the field and saw something agreed.
Well, I think we're saying, right, we're getting into the weeds here with, none of us are gonna go to your employees. What we're talking about right now is, what is Ron's role? What is Ron's role? What
Right.
meetings
Yeah.
should he attend? That's the clarification he's asking.
Yeah.
It's not clear in his head. Whether we've made it clear or not, it's not clear to him. And it's not clear to our directors, although
It's clear to us.
it's clear to them, but I don't see it as being clear because can we explain it? If we can, please explain it. Somebody explain it. Right now, what meetings does Ron go to?
He's supposed to understand.
Well, I'd like to make a motion that this board terminate Ron's contract effective December 31st of this year, with the understanding that we would then have a re-up of the contract starting January 1. So it forces us to reevaluate the position, redefine the contract with the 1099 employee, and come up with a very specific guideline that everyone's happy with.
Second,
I'll second it.
This gives us the December meeting to vote on what we want this position to be, if anything.
And bring your cloud perspective as well.
Correct.
well, let me do this instead. The rest of the business I have tonight is that I plan to leave at the end of the year. And I still think it's important for that to be worked out in case there's a second generation of Ron. They need to have more clarity than I have had.
Thank you.
So
Agreed, understood.
In comments, we can vote to approve, which I think is a good motion, but then we're gonna fall right up behind it with who's gonna put that. Who's the group that's gonna put that description together?
Well, we already have,
Contract, none.
we already have the contract.
Yeah, but you said it needs to be tweaked, so.
Right, so we would do that at the December meeting.
Well, if not, we could, if Ron's running through to the 31st, right? If that's your choice. Okay, all right. Well, I think the motion, it was the 31st of December. I don't know what your plan was. I mean, we're in discussion now. So what is your plan? What was your exit plan?
And at the end of the December meeting.
Okay. That's fine. So I think I'm just talking out of turn here. We had said, we discussed it a little bit at the next meeting, but we have to find the person. So we have to define it. So we may not have the definition at the next meeting because there needs to be some similar discussion and then get it out.
But you have a basic form.
Yeah, right. We just need clarification
You
on a
just
couple
need
of
to
things.
tweak it. I don't think you need to spend, right, I think Dan's correct.
Okay.
It's just, you've seen it in play, you've seen some things that maybe weren't clear. Just need to clarify.
Take this and what you were saying earlier and put those together, and now we have 2026's version ready to go.
Right, as long as everyone's on board.
Ta-da.
Well, as the employee that's been in, or the 1099 employee that's been in that position, would I not expect him to come to us? I mean, I would hope he would give us something, hey, this is where I think you're lacking in this.
I certainly plan to do
Yeah, well, he's gonna be at the meeting.
It'll be a healthy exit interview, I assume.
that. And correctly,
Yes.
by more than one person, which is what an exercise.
I'll sit in then.
Usually,
I'll do that.
I think it will be a good exercise for the so.
Yeah, if we're gonna do this again.
Motion.
Okay, everybody in favor of Dan's motion, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None?
That was quick.
Next agenda item is the audit committee.
Yes, I have thoughts on the audit committee. I may. I'd like to start by making a motion that, I am the chair of the audit committee. Nominate myself.
Second.
There.
So I read the audit committee feedback, and the bylaws, or whatever you want to call it. We are to have a committee. We need to meet 3 times. The person that's the chair of the committee has to have a finance background, which I do. I'm not trying to sell myself on this.
Oh, no, you don't need to sell it. It's yours.
I know.
Whoa.
So the 3 meetings need to happen, and I already have an idea for the cadence of what those meetings would look like. So, what I'd like to do is point out that the committee needs to be made up of 3 to 5 people. So it has to be 2 others on this committee, unless it's a non-functioning committee. And, I'm gonna make a move to have the first meeting of this new committee on December 17th before the next fixed meeting at 5:30. So half-hour meeting before this next meeting. That's just, that's my, so basically I'll be chair. I'll have the first meeting at the next month, and I'm gonna need 2 other people to join the committee. That's all part of my nomination request that you're about to vote on.
Is it your expectation that we attend, sir? As directors?
No.
Okay.
You were asking for 2 other board members, so.
Well, I was nominating myself. That's what we're voting on.
Well, I was assuming you were the chair, so you're asking for 2 other board members. So we just need to make sure we will ever get that as a public meeting.
Sure, I'll be selecting an auditor and that kind of, okay, yeah, I can, yeah. 17. Gonna be fun. People aspire. People aspire to be in this committee.
I think the children will be good, and I think expenses paid by the board directors for all activities.
Sure, as the current treasurer, I'll do that.
Just need a motion. So Dan was chair.
I move those 3 are on it and Dan, yeah.
Better be quick. Motion on the floor though. Do you have to get rid of the first motion?
I'm gonna amend my motion to nominate myself as the chair, John as a member, and Ron as a member.
Second.
And our first meeting will be 5:30 on the 17th of December, prior to the fixed board meeting to be noticed.
That'll be it, not that East Lake.
East Lake, like, East Lake Community
Do
Like.
we have to notice the audit committee meeting?
Yes.
Okay.
I
And
second.
it's the Audi committee, so we're gonna drive.
Okay,
So do everything.
all in favor of the motion, please say aye.
I,
Opposed? Passes. Did you have?
speaking of the audit committee, we have our letter from CBIZ for the 2024 fiscal year, right? Is it last year's audit? For the audit, we just ended in October.
25.
20, I don't know, it's the fiscal year is,
Yeah,
Just
FY
here, we just.
FY 25. Thank you very much for that correction. They estimate that their fees for this audit will be 25,500. In addition, they estimate that their fees for assistance with the library reports will be $1,100. Andy, you had,
Last year.
I had 2
Yeah.
comments. I just,
last year was flat. It's a flat.
I looked at it this evening.
Yeah.
There's one clerk, well, one thing I don't like, but I understand that the jurisdiction for any dispute is New York, which I don't like, but there is an arbitration provision in there. So that should be fine. The other thing though, that we need to tell them, there's a section on reproduction of the report. Okay, and that they have to have notification in advance. We can't do that. We have a public records request. We don't, the law says that we don't notify somebody in advance that we get a public records request. If we have the report, we have to give it.
Right.
So I just want them notified that we're subject to Florida Statute 119 and we can't change that. There is some acknowledgement, a couple paragraphs after that. But they have to understand, because that section under reproduction of report, we just can't abide by it, the laws against it.
Okay. I can, let them know that when I send this back to them. If it's approved and signed.
So to be clear, this is an invoice for past services?
No, this is for the current year audit. That needs to start basically today.
Auditing October, November.
No, auditing the
Next year.
entire past fiscal year,
The last.
When is that audit due,
by the end of this.
technically speaking? Do
We usually have a budget January.
we- Is that part of our rules? Do we have to have the audit done this calendar year? Can we audit it and have it ready by 2028?
I think there's a requirement, to have it, any government funds have to be done during a certain time period. I just can't tell you what that time period is, but I know that, because I think almost every agency that I'm dealing with is going through this process or has already gone through the process and it's working its way up.
Right.
This will maybe corrections here.
It's just a clarification on those.
Yeah.
It's clarifying, I'm just gonna clarify that if we get a record request per Florida statute 119, we have to make, we will be making a copy and sending it out. Period.
Period.
That's it, but
Or because we're following 119 and whatever it says, and that's one of the things they said.
okay. Yeah, we need a motion. I'll make a motion that we accept the auditor's report and have chair sign the proposal, excuse me. Thank you, Phil.
Is that good?
Second.
Discussion?
I'm voting no, just because I think we should wait to get some bids from other auditors before we agree to sign up for them to do it, because I don't believe that we agreed to get them to do it for us, right?
They gave us a 3-year flat deal. This is year 3 of that flat deal.
We paid that same price last year.
Correct me if I'm wrong, you guys.
So this is pro forma. Because you've already bid out the 3 year.
Well, they gave the agreement to Jenny when Jenny was treasurer.
And it was just
It
about
was a 3-year.
3,000, and it was an extra 4,700 for the 990, which is separate from the audit.
Okay.
Yes.
So it was a 3-year.
But then,
This is the last of it.
so then the audit committee should take this as the last year and go out and suggest starting bids for the new.
Next year.
If you're gonna solicit bids, start in April. Really?
Yeah.
For May.
Or now, but that's for next.
Well, you're on the committee, so you'll be.
I know.
We can talk about this till later.
Yeah,
Smart Alex.
Next.
Okay.
All right, we have a motion.
So you're suggesting that this is an agreed upon price from 3 years ago.
Correct.
Okay, 2 years.
By
2
signing,
years ago, this is year 3.
by signing this, we're gonna have an audit done on time and at that price.
Yeah.
And our agreement terminates.
Yes.
Cool.
We're under.
And then they have to give us a new engagement letter and.
Correct.
to approve it.
We can put them
Then we can bid on that.
And we can go out to bid.
Then bring it down to 90
First
grand.
of the time.
Call it up.
We have a motion and a second, madam.
She's waiting for people, so.
He's looking at the kid.
She was grabbing the gavel.
Okay. All in favor of accepting this proposal, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. Motion carries. Okay, now we're going on to new business, which is our director's report. Review, I'm sorry, review. Has basically a little summary of our workshop, of November 13th. All board members attended. The following key topics were discussed: the role of measurable goal achievement and performance reviews in determining merit raises. Talked about establishment of a standardized merit raise percentage raise, the development of measurable goals for future performance evaluations, and improvement to the overall review process. That was a kind of a quick overview of what went on at the meeting. And we already, I think, tabled the review of the timetable adjustment that we got from Bill. He put it all out, the forms that we're to use, but he wasn't here to really document it. And since that affects next year, fine to let it go in the next month, but he's here to more explain how we changed the process a little bit. And we all agreed at the meeting. He was gonna bring that up at this meeting. So we had tabled that for the next meeting. The second thing we talked about was goal restructuring. If anybody would like to address that, before we go further. But the restructuring of goals that clearly defined and they're easily measurable. Go ahead, Dan.
So one of the main objectives of me joining this board years ago was to improve the director review process, which was in shambles. I think that crafting, enforcing the directors and the advisory boards to come up with objectively measured goals was allowed us as a board to be much more objective and advance the discussion in a more professional manner. So I think having these objectives is the goals is really important. And to that end, we realized after this first iteration that the crafting of those goals needs to be pretty strong. I think that making them a stretch goal is more aligned. This is my personal opinion. If we just craft goals that they're going to hit each time, then they're all going to meet 100% of the goals and get 100% of the merit raise. I think going forward, I think this board should make these goals stronger, stretch the directors more, and be focused on what the advisory board sees the need based on what the community sees the need. And then we can just evaluate whether or not we met the goals. So because of that, at the last board meeting, we analyzed and voted on whether or not the directors met their goals. And then we did not vote on whether or not we have accepted the future goals yet. I think there needs to be more back and forth between this board and the advisory boards on the crafting of those future goals. That's just my summary. I don't know if I messed up anything.
Any other board member want to add or?
No.
We need to put it in motion, please. No, we don't need a motion to that.
I think I also, this is my first year going through the process as well. I noticed a big difference in, I even suggested that there should be a specific weight on each part of the evaluation. There is the evaluation that we do collectively and they get, a collective number. Then there's your SMART goals that should be weighted a certain percentage kind of thing. And then what's the third one? Sorry.
The advisory board.
And then the advisory board reviews kind of being another piece to the puzzle. Because I don't think the way that we're kind of doing them makes sense. I know that doesn't necessarily make sense in this moment, but it did at the meeting. Because, well, I guess we're going to move on and talk about it, but like you can have a very, very high evaluation of your, or a low evaluation for yourself, but then a really strong SMART goals. And so if you have a really low evaluation, but a really high SMART goal you met, then you're getting merit pay, but you're not really that high in your evaluation. So that part did not make sense to me at all. So I just thought I'd throw that out.
Anybody else? Okay. We will need a motion for the next part of that the board, we recommend a merit raise range of 0 to 5% based on performance outcome evaluation.
Did you want me to talk about this first?
We've already gone over all of it.
No.
So we already have it.
Okay.
Well, do the
The
range.
public record, remember, this meeting is for the board's purpose, so if the board wants to bring it up, they can, if they choose not to.
Bill deserved to, so that I should have this at the board meeting. So.
Okay, yeah, no, it's
I think,
at the board's pleasure.
and I'll just say this, the outgoing chairman, that is kind of what we were hoping to have at our workshop.
Mhm.
This packet that you put together here, isn't that what we talked?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, but we did agree that the range that we would have for this year would be 0 to 5%.
I moved to accept the merit range that we had established at our workshop from 0 to 5% that we agreed to bring to this meeting for approval.
Second.
We're doing the second, so.
Aye.
All right.
Right.
Bill and Ron. I'm just making these notes look easier for, Bill and Chair.
So this would be an annual, range that we would make each year. What the range is for the merit based. That's what the motion is, just for this past year.
For this past year.
Yeah.
Yes.
We would adopt a new one every year at the
Yes.
same time period. That's what we're.
That is the clarification of my motion. Yes.
Any discussion among board members? Okay, all in favor of accepting the merit raise range from 0 to 5? Say aye. Opposed? Yes. Individual merit raises, we want to do one at a time.
I think we need to approve their reviews before we go to that.
That's
Right.
And we did a combined, as you state there, combined reviews. We do not need to go through each and every one. They've been presented. So in other words, I move that we accept all three of the directors' reviews as presented, as signed and already in the record with Vixen.
Four.
Sorry.
Like who's- Uh-oh. I have four here.
Sorry.
And I know we reviewed for.
All four.
As corrected, I'll second it.
It's fine.
So is this the review that was, I'm sorry, going done that I signed?
Yes,
Is that the
it's the
review?
only review that has been officially,
I
submitted.
just want
for signature.
clarification, thank you.
I think that this should be.
And you
amended.
can ask for it at any time here, in ours for each of you.
I do think this should be edited to, amended to strike the future goals from their reviews. So we accept everything,
No, we did
except
say
the
that.
future goals.
I'm sorry. We did say that. We understand that, okay, I amend my motion that the goals as presented by each of our directors and by by the advisory boards are not part of this acceptance, and those will be accepted at a later date. Sorry.
Yes, yeah.
Seconded again.
That's what it's again. Any discussion? Okay, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
So. Yeah, did you want to have say something?
No, I mean, I guess my only thing is within this packet that was, again, I followed the policy that says I'll email you, these three topics. So that's what I had sent out to each one of you. In addition to that in here, that was added, that was requested of me to put in this packet was the employee feedback survey, section 3, and the job description is in section 5. That's not in the policy, but that was added in addition to make these packet.
Thank you. Okay.
If I could say something, Beth, we realized during our workshop last month, the form or the policy is out of date. The information to be provided was not given properly. There's a lot of misinformation in there. So you were following the current policy at that time. We're gonna be making changes to that to reflect.
To add the job description.
To add the job description and the employee feedback as part of the packet that we get, which is why we want you to be there
Yeah.
with us at this next workshop next year. It speeds the process along.
And while we're discussing, and it's not a motion or anything, we talked about new job descriptions and new salary range, research and things like that. That's something that's.
I didn't, but I missed it completely.
Well, maybe this is the time. I mentioned it this afternoon. One of the things that came up in my conversation this afternoon is that maybe a third party service be sought to do the salary range evaluation instead of doing it in-house. And that way it's not There's no bias, there's no nothing. I mean, it's done independently, separate, and possibly has a broader range and uses wiser time to somebody that knows. That was a suggestion made to me and I thought it sounded good.
These are for the directors,
Yeah, the directors.
We need a new
salary.
evaluation
You can put that as part
for
of
our
the
board
job.
directors. And I'm suggesting, I'm not making a motion, I'm just putting it out there to discuss that we hire or we ask our directors to have HR seek a independent third party, which we mentioned.
Insurance company offers that service. Beth has instructed us, not instructed, informed us. Wrong I word. And so, I mean, that probably would be minimal to, free, the cost would be, and they're definitely a third party.
And then also along with that, we did a new job description, but I still don't think the job descriptions, we've discussed this. We as a whole did not think our job descriptions were specific enough to they're as specific as they are, 17,000 pages long, that we need to look at them again. So that's up.
And I would think that the job descriptions, if we're gonna revamp them, should be done before we hire a third party to do the salary ranges.
Correct. And not only that, but I know part of the discussion in the past is that, Erica, your operations here are different than Mark's. Lois's operations are different than Matthew's. So the job descriptions be more specific towards your operation than the job as a Parks and Rec director is really, I remember us having that conversation last year, and it might have even been before Beth was hired too, so.
It was before Beth.
Yeah, so anyways, but that's what we were talking about, so.
As a reminder, you may have seen in some of our previous director reports, Beth has been doing a great job working with each of us to revise employee job descriptions throughout the year. And so there's wheels that are kind of already in motion for working on that.
Well, that's okay with this afternoon. When I mentioned it is, oh, I've done that for everybody except for the directors.
Yeah.
So.
But we had said to her, in her defense, they were just done like 3 years ago. Why
No,
would we do them
I
again?
agree. I mean, she wasn't
They
asking,
were done, probably accurately.
but because she's in-house with you, the director, that portion of it, I think she's well versed to do
100%.
and tweak it.
Yeah.
They're different,
Right.
but it's still, they still need, I think they need to be cleaned up a little bit. That's what we thought as a board, guys. Agree with me, please.
Yeah. We are agreeing with you, Phil.
I can.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, okay.
We did talk about that, but, we did.
The four of us will, yeah, I don't think it's an issue, and I don't think it's one for you either, Beth.
No.
If you've done 57 of them, what's four more?
Right.
I think that-
But it's meeting with you guys and going over the specifics of your operation.
But the beauty is she actually knows each operation.
Right,
She
exactly.
knows a little bit about what everybody's doing. Right.
Okay, I move that our directors ask our HR director to tweak the individual director job descriptions immediately. And
Bring them back to.
I can't do the payroll thing with that.
Well, I think that should be, once you get them, then you decide to do
Okay,
that.
all right. That's it.
Oh, wait,
I was gonna let
I'm
Eric.
going to bring it back to you for discussion.
back. It doesn't have to be
at a future meeting. No, but
We do.
just.
And bring back to a future meeting as soon as possible, so that we can approve them and then move right into the next step of
I have a
salary.
strong sense they'll be available by next month.
I have a question. Are we having that doing it or an outside person doing it?
Job
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 description.
description done.
That's.
We're asking our directors to ask Beth to do that.
Hey, Beth, will you do that? No problem.
Second that?
Second, I think.
Second.
There you go.
Okay.
She already did. I didn't want to take it away from her.
Any discussion? Okay, all in favor, say aye. Opposed, no opposed.
Bill, I hope you get this in the minutes correctly.
Write the job descriptions?
Yes.
Okay.
That we.
Hey,
It's all right.
That's cool.
You're allowed to have that opinion.
You're allowed to have it to some degree.
You're done. You're allowed to have that.
It's a lame duck meeting for you.
I'll just throw in, if you feel like there's any gaping holes when we bring them back to y'all, and also if they look after technology report.
I don't think there's any gaping holes in
No,
that.
No, I mean, that's always an option.
My basis on that is she works for you and she's gonna, I just feel like
Well,
that's.
She's taking something that you had.
Right, but I think what we need, I think they need to be redone really a lot, so, yeah, I don't think these.
AI is helping.
So do a good job.
Yeah, yeah.
Come on.
I get it. All right.
So, for the substance, what do we want to do? Individual merit raises one at a time?
You could do it either way. I don't know
Or is it
if
group?
you choose.
How about we-
I think we decided to do it as a group.
We decided, yes?
We did, yes.
Okay. So at the meeting, our individual raised decisions, we have made the following recommendations that we'll need a motion to,
It's you. Everybody, if whoever wants to make the motion, if we know that.
you want me to just read it first, then make a motion?
Somebody has to make the motion, so.
Yeah, I can't make a motion.
No.
So the motion is to be made is, all right, so I make a motion that for the merit increases for the 4 directors, 5% for Mark, 5% for Erica, 5% for Lois, and 0% for Matthew.
Second.
I disagree with that. I think that
I
it
have,
should be based on their goal completion percentage, which was not 100% on everybody, except for Matthew. So
I had 4.5.
I think it was 4.5.
Oh, was it 4.5? My apologies. Then I amend my motion
Andy
to
has
4.5, 4.5 up and then 0. My apologies.
So you amend your motion.
I'm amending my motion. Are you amending your second? Okay.
Any discussion? All in favor, say aye. Opposed? Motion carried. Okay, we already did the change in review timetable. We put that ahead. Revision of the future goal, and we jumped ahead of it. So we're down to board officer election.
No, yeah, one more thing.
Oh, what am I-
So at our little retreat thing I brought up, there was something that the Palm Harbor Parks and Recreation Advisory Board put in Erica's review that we wanted, everyone to consider. We are asking, and we checked the budget and everything else that, based on, and if you didn't read it, I'll hit the highlights. So, our overall supporting commentary about our director was mostly due to the actions that she did and her staff did and her family did, after the hurricanes of last year that carried over into this fiscal year. It affected her personally. It affected the attitude that the general public had with Palm Harbor Parks and Recreation. She served over, she didn't serve it herself, but she organized with her staff and distributed over 2,000 meals out of this facility that was damaged. And we couldn't even use half of it. So, I mean, we were limping along, yet she served Ozona, Crystal Beach, dinners that I even helped distribute. And to the hugs and the tears of our residents. And I think we quickly forget what people just a mile away went through and lost, but our director did not. And she went above and beyond, was out here the day after the hurricanes, pushing guys with chainsaws and tractors to get trees off of buildings. And I don't think any of our other facilities, had the damage that she incurred at all of our parks. Her post-Milton efforts took 9 months for repairs. Just the general well-being and just the attitude that she showed to our public and the respect that I think she garnered our facility here. I move that the Palm Harbor Parks and Recreation Advisory Board has asked me unanimously to bring this to your attention, that we move that she be given a $2,500 bonus for work above and beyond, well above and beyond her job description for the last year. So.
I second.
Second, no, but.
I do too.
Choose with us.
Any discussion?
Is this something that we can all vote on, Andy? I know we did salaries, I'm still not,
That's an question. I think to be safe, I would say, no. Those who have the conflict for that will not be able to vote on it. So we would have the 4 appointees, and the, representative of the branch.
I would vote for it if I could.
Good scale back.
Okay, so now
Just-
Erica, Ron,
Correct.
John, me,
And
and Bill.
Yeah.
Okay, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
That was really hard to listen to because I don't like to hear things about me, so I appreciate my board and this board.
I'd say, Erica did not want this
I didn't.
her record.
I did not.
She didn't want it. So
He made
we
me.
made her, write it all out, exactly what was accomplished, how many hours were put above and beyond. And, all the different agencies that she had to work with. And I know all of our directors were affected. It's no diss on any of you all. I think you all have done a great job. But I think, I'm privy to the position Eric was put in because I'm less than 5 minutes from this facility. And I know what happened. I had friends that were staying here during the hurricane when the tree went through the roof here. And, I know all the issues that happened, and kudos. Thank you, Erica, very much.
And thank them, because I can.
And this is all meant for staff, and I think you all know how I feel about that.
And all the other volunteers that.
And all the volunteers. There were hundreds of volunteers here.
Madam Chair, if I could say one thing, in regards to the salary reviews, I'm sorry, the job descriptions and then salary ranges. Mark, your advisory board made it apparent that, this needs to be addressed with you as well. You're adjusted. What we're doing is with these new salary ranges, when we get them, we will be moving towards an adjustment in your salary that will be different than any merit raise or anything else like that. If deemed necessary.
Appropriate.
So I just wanted you to know that it was addressed. Bill had made a very strong case for it. And we wanted to make sure you were aware of that.
Thank you.
Can I just clarify that the raises and the bonus are effective January 1st?
Yes.
Correct.
Correct.
Okay.
Madam Chair, may I ask, with regards to my raise, if I may request a lower raise in light of the situation with passports and our budget and our budgetary concerns that we have? No, I haven't.
I really, honestly, I don't think you've ever done that before.
Can she take less and then if the passport thing gets saved,
I
the
mean,
board can
I
approve
don't
up
think-
to 4.5%?
The only thing I would say, Lois, is look at what they're saying, and what their basis was.
Mhm.
I understand what.
No,
you're saying.
I appreciate it. I love what I do.
She came in, it's a
But-
tactical.
My concern is that with the gap that we have with the budget now because of this loss of revenue, I'm comfortable with, 2%.
But it was based on what you did, not what's going forward.
I know.
I would say that your comment should be
Well, and it's
going
not gonna be
forward.
$40,000.
Right.
Okay, so,
2%.
well, then I think.
We appreciate
You
the
know,
That's a
gesture.
really sweet gesture.
I just
And-
don't want to put.
And we've all
Not my staff.
done that. And, when the economy turned bad, we turned down raises as directors for our
And
budget.
that's a different.
It is,
yeah.
But that's a conversation. I mean, we voted for that. If she wishes to accept it, that's a conversation for her to have with HR, not
Yeah.
us.
Correct. Yeah, because we've done something in the past, like with Gene, where you change something and put it in it. That's a different question.
Because of the range, she was capped out, right?
That's a different
What if,
situation.
what about?
But I think if she
just a 10%?
refuses it, that's her conversation she has with Beth.
Right, I mean, I know you pointed it out to the board's aware of it, but I think, I agree, I think.
Is that a mute
Talk to
point?
HR.
Or a moot point yet? You got that solved yet, Bill? No, text us. Oh,
I mean, hopefully it will resolve itself
Yeah.
in a good way, but I just
I mean, to Erica's point, though, the $2,000 is not gonna
No.
make up your 40.
And then you can make a donation too.
That's true.
It's easy and clear.
That's true.
Honestly, the difference, they come on $2,500 a year, and she's only here January, February, March.
Yeah, that's true.
So the difference is $2,900. Yeah, divided.
By 12 times 3.
Okay, so it's not that big a difference, okay.
Okay,
And then,
Yeah.
That was very well intended.
now we're ready for this election.
Sandy,
Turn it over to-
tonight's the night that, we need to do the conflict of interest policy. And I have a policy printed out for everybody. Should we do that before we get to the election?
Are you afraid somebody's gonna be?
Yeah, maybe.
No, but if you want to do it, you can. That
Is
was-
it just something we have to
People-
start?
Is this something I have to sign?
Yeah, we'll send it around. Nobody wants to copy.
We can pass it around.
No, it was at the beginning of the agenda. I thought I missed it.
Has there been any edits to this final declaration?
I've never.
I know, I know.
Is it, has it been edited since last time?
This is the one we used, okay. We've looked, I mean, the board's looked at.
Just to find my
It
language.
hasn't changed, right? The verbiage?
No, in fact, I'm gonna.
This
Major.
Thank you. Of course.
Main Street Door Association. and then, no.
Hey, they copied that.
No, I'm listening.
Oh, yeah. If you use the file, but we had stuff, the one.
Yeah.
I like your discussion, officers, all that stuff. It was gone.
Copy. I'll send you some other of Sandy just for your own regulation.
Really? Alan, did you just got the names?
Nobody has.
Oh,
Shelby, you have the ballot.
This was all-
Thank you. So you all are aware, the ballots will reflect this. Phil has, offered to stay in his position, and we appreciate that. John has offered to stay in his position. You will see that on the ballots. We have nobody who has, any interest in being the chairman or the secretary.
Wait a second.
Yes.
you got an email from me and you said, thank you.
I saw the one that said you wanted to stay in your position.
No,
What do you do? Are you,
Listen, it cost me a lot of money to get him to change his mind.
are you gonna be the chairman?
Well, that depends.
that depends.
Yeah.
Hang on, I have to go back
Vote
and
dependent.
I have to look back at my emails.
It's in draft.
No, it's not.
But I forgot to put that.
Done. It's done.
Normally, if there's someone who isn't here, they become.
Right, that's
I
what I
think I was late to the meeting. That's how I got off.
Well, I did ask Bill, recently, and he didn't say that he, wanted to.
We saw
So you all
it
know.
here, so.
Right, so treasurer sounds great.
All right, wait, hold, so here.
Did I?
Oh, that's,
Don't worry.
Gonna do this so.
that's not good.
I don't hear it right, that's fine. I told you, but then I put it in writing. And you put a big thank you.
Yeah, I know.
Okay,
Okay, so you changed it.
I did change.
See, I know that. Hey, Sheldon, I'm changing here. That's for you.
Here. Okay, John Holbach, will be offering to be the chairman, so currently, so we do not have a treasurer.
Secretary.
So John will be the write-in, and we do not have a treasurer or
A secretary, if
you
you
could just,
you know, adjust your ballot.
I mean.
Bill's not here.
Right.
We got A.
That's how he, isn't that how he does secretary to begin with?
No, he actually offered to do it last time.
Thank you on treasurer.
Bill said he do treasurer.
No, Dan talked me into being treasurer.
This new person.
And we had to change our.
What's your name again? Yeah, you're gonna write
Oh,
it in.
because
Let's-
the gentleman, not-
Yeah.
everybody's in.
Oh, I'm sorry, you get to vote.
Yeah.
Thank you.
He's still a board.
Ugh.
Just make, please remember to sign.
Does somebody want to be treasurer?
And yeah, you can do two
hold two positions, except for the chairman and the secretary.
I'd just like to make a comment about this. I feel strongly that the chair should be one of the county appointees.
I am.
Yeah.
And that, you know,
I was like, wonder where you're going with that.
and that is an inherent conflict of interest from a representative from one of the four entities being out there.
So we can amend the bylaws to have that.
That's what I was getting at.
Yeah, we could do that.
I love Rex, but it was a long time for me to stop there as a private employee.
Well, that's a
To
very,
have him as chair, honestly,
that's a very good point. That's a
absolutely.
very valid
I
point.
agree. There's some realm of impartiality of the county appointee.
The only concern is, honestly, is what we've had happen is when we get new county commissioners. And they remove somebody that's been on before.
Yeah.
That would be.
Then we'd have to reelect
Yeah.
the chair from the other three remaining.
Right.
Move, do we have a volunteer for treasurer?
Can we write someone in?
Bill.
No, we were putting in for secretary.
That's what I got.
Secretary.
Yeah, Bill second.
You can't be both. Secretary, I thought secretary, you could not be both.
No, you can only hold
Are we
one. It's chairman, secretary.
Dan,
Can only be one.
if you're audit, I mean, would it be bad for you to be treasurer if you're doing the audit committee? Would it be the treasurer doesn't.
If
Treasurer doesn't do much.
I was elected treasurer, I would decline it.
Sorry, I don't
I
mean to
couldn't decline it.
do that.
So they do well.
Writing in the others.
Yes, no, he doesn't want me to.
So being a liability.
Yeah, if you can, so this will be,
I have a conflict of interest. Yes.
yeah, you can do.
I'm actually getting ready
Yeah,
to
okay.
resign from a treasurer's position on board too, for that same reason.
Okay.
Excuse me?
I am.
Well, they just both joined.
Not this board. Not on this one. No.
Main Street.
Or your
Main Street.
treasurer.
Oh, you were worried because I'm treasurer.
Right.
That's gonna switch out.
And I'm like, oh,
Yeah, we can actually have kind of cost. Remember, we have met the bylaws, so they work.
Hey, Bill, I'd like to be treasurer. Hey, Crestwood.
What do you understand?
I'm the treasurer.
I'll give you one more. It's only a write-in. I don't have any.
Wait.
Each one.
Yeah.
Because you're right.
I will get.
Hey, you know what? We do have a new guy.
You don't want to.
Hey, we do have a new guy.
You can't be an auditor. You can't be chair.
He can't be chair. Well, but we amended the bylaws, if my memory serves me right. So I could be treasurer because I wasn't on board for a year.
That's right.
That's right.
Yeah.
So the bylaws were amended for treasurer,
Not for president.
not for chair. No, not for chair, but for treasurer. But we got a new guy coming. That'll be perfect.
What's the board treasurer?
I told you should have made it last week.
Never gets.
Eric, I voted
Yeah.
for you.
This,
Thanks, you're about, a year late.
No, I meant for right now.
Thank you. No, I know.
I was just, you were just kidding.
I am gonna count these and get sorted out.
Email us.
Do you wanna
We'll talk.
just celebrate Sandy for a minute?
Absolutely.
Are we singing or anything? or-
No, I don't know what we would sing.
Happy retirement.
Yeah.
That kind of sounded like Maryland.
I can do that too. I can do that.
We'll talk that.
Open it.
I got a couple of without-
Open it.
Halloween about 20 years ago.
I already saw the invoice. It's all good.
Being audited.
It's being audited.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Appreciate the jolly good fella, appreciate the jolly good fella. Oh, she just broke her name tag.
Take that with you.
You know, I'm just gonna show it to you guys.
Oh, wow.
My husband and no kids.
Somebody just, I don't know. All right, everybody has to eat cake. We're not passing this up.
Do we want to adjourn the meeting?
Well, she's got a good account over there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
You want to roll?
Thank you.
Say thank you.
I feel good now. It's like maybe five.
Well, I mean, I don't.
I think it's gonna help.
Oh, it's not good. Just.
What?
Then we have secession.
Who's the new director?
Yes.
All
All good.
Thank you very much.
Oh, thank you.
Exactly.
Hey, ma'am.
You got the corner piece, so I feel like I say.
Hey, you?
I meant it, I'm not packing this cake.
I don't want to be. I can help out for that.
Never did. Hold on. Perfect.
Cindy to the rescue. Oh, yeah.
That all right. Got yelled at the last piece of.
Joy.
Thank you. Very good.
Oh, the come out.
They do, I love it.
That's all.
Just
Come on. It's phenomenal.
We gotta hire somebody.
Well, and like,
Yeah.
we're not here next week, so Cindy emailed him and said, hey, can we?
You can't believe Bill can't get 3 pages of
He's like,
that.
yeah, no problem, we'll instead of, they're here so fast.
In her
And-
magazine. Well,
Yeah, that's.
once we got the back page, why didn't you have back 3 pages? You should have at least 3.
This says give to Shelby, don't make sure you do that.
I think Shelby would like to see it, make a copy before I see it.
Okay.
Because the lowest-
You have it?
It's a public- Shelby, you want, oh, Shelby, Steven?
I haven't been there. I thought it sounds cool. Clearwater?
You know why? Attorneys don't.
All right. I think
Hungry.
You ever done a?
You come back.
I'll let, I'll give you.
Yelling, laughing, and all that shrieking.
There was a time when I just looked at the camera and I was like, and the guy knew because I kept going, we already said that, we already saw that.
Oh.
I know. Yeah. And I'm into it. I'm like, no.
I can't remember my name.
I teach on Tuesdays. You do too. Do you do the show? I show up when they have.
Okay.
Yeah, that's. So.
I don't do as much as I I'm usually.
Great job. Technically.
Yeah.
I try to.
What did you say? I'm just.
Right.
I'm like.
Yeah.
Many days.
I don't see anybody. Last time. I looked, I saw the kids.
We're going to this thing.
I looked throughout.
Do that. You motion something, and some fast. One day. $8,000. They bring them in. Shooting range. Teach how to shoot. One of them. I don't know if they do it. I got a video of me. They immerse you in it, so that guys like me, because right now, one of the drive by them too, and right after I go to a con, they say because it's posted as a guest. And it's me, crazy.
Shelby.
You kind of flip the top off. Sometimes they can't just turn it on. I was out, so I explained that I was on the top. I just and I see buffalo around. The bad guy inside the guy I'm in the public. I got nothing to do with this. What my point was the fire starts, and it starts to rain, and it's bad. And me in the car. And I don't. I grab the remote. Everything's good. So they get the newspaper. It turns out Coach. Sure, Coach.
Right. Oh, yeah. Nothing else better.
And I just put that up at the right time, and I saw him that day, and he showed me that. And I'm like, man, I'm giving it. But you can I got all those things out of the joke. That's why I was like, yeah, everyone. Well, you're right. And you really, no, it's, but it's flavor and everything.
I don't think I can afford
My buddy.
I would like to be able to do that some days.
So he texted.
Have a place up north. Because my kids and grandkids are up there.
So he had no problem. I'll let you know when he replies.
Yeah.
Sometimes we're too busy and they're always stressed. You never know where they're going back and forth. He's not for a long time.
And now he's.
Maybe that.
If somebody does it, then we have to do that.
You just turned one.
Oh, my. Well, yeah, not 50.
Show you my new edition.
Many now.
Oh my God, the people just more beautiful than my store. I saw them a lot cheaper. Oh my.
Yeah. I mean,
You know what? Give me that picture. I gotta show Christie.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's incredible.
Okay, great news.
Maybe.
We do have the chairman and
Sure.
thank you, John Holbach. We appreciate that.
There, it's our.
You get it. It's yours.
Wow, that was quick.
That was fast.
Yeah.
Virtual.
In the book.
You still chair till the end of this month.
Our vice chair will be Phil. Thank you so much, Phil. And although he's not here to accept his award, our secretary will be Bill Missouri. Hopefully. Yeah, he doesn't know, but we'll surprise him.
He did say that if nobody else ran, he would.
I kind of got that.
He told me that.
What a guy. However, we need a treasurer. And it cannot be the chairman.
Just so everybody knows, treasurer is really, I
Just
mean, I
checking
think
out.
I could say, so I'm more pro forma than it is, actually having to dig into week, especially now that we have the audit committee, which will take over any of those issues that would have arisen.
I mean, we can wait next year. Next month.
If somebody doesn't want.
Do I have to work with Cadence? Cause I don't know.
I don't know what experience.
But none of us have.
Great experience for him. Oh, not a chance.
No way.
That's
Erica, you want to wait
stated
till
day
next
one.
month and see if you soften?
We get a motion.
Oh, yeah, we should probably wait till next month to see if there's something.
I'll make a motion that we accept the ballots as they were read.
And I'll second that.
Okay.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay.
I heard you, Andy.
Your name's not on it.
Don't accept them.
Okay.
I would switch some things around and just get that treasure.
You had a majority?
No. I'm just wondering.
That's it, right? We had a majority,
Yes,
One nay. And we had
which is.
six.
which I can get a unanimous. I move to adjourn.
Say aye.
Aye.
Hi.
Aaron, guys, what?
We're doing this
Yeah.
tomorrow night.
Good night.
Oh.